YouTube. What's going on? Just preaching. So I'm out here. I'm getting some. See that? I'm getting some floor work done on the trailer. Uh, the person who renting it from this trucking company. I made some suggestions about the floor because it said it got damaged when they was pulling the pallets because they didn't have a ramp or a dock, so they just put a strap to the pallets and they would pull it with the forklift to the edge. Well, one of the pieces on the floor that was sticking up, sometimes the forklift digs up in it and it has a piece up. Well, when they was pulling them out, the pallet got stuck on there and it had ripped that whole piece off on the middle of one of the floors there. So I put some wood fill on it so I could get loaded, but I know that some of the places that I go all the time, that they're not going to want that. So he has this guy here. I don't know if y'all can see that. He does trailer repairs here in Orlando. So he repairs doors, he does floors, panels. Like if it's plated sides, he does the panels. He does the ceilings. He does cross members. So he does a whole bunch of trailer repair. So this is another good thing because when I get my own trailer, right? He also gave me a new bar right here. He gave me a new bar because somebody stole my bar. Yeah, why they doing that, I don't know. They actually stole 3 of our bars. And the TA only had 2, and the other 2 people bought the other 2, and they didn't have another one. So I was like, man, so I had to use some grip pliers to turn it to lift my what I'm trying to say, the landing gear. So I could put the landing gear down. And then he was like, yeah, he can replace that too. So I was like, okay, cool, no problem. So yeah, go ahead and replace that too. But it's through these particular contacts. Like before, I didn't know somebody that could do all that stuff. And now I know somebody who could do the panels. If the panels get messed up or anything like that, I have somebody that does all that stuff. So that was good for me. For all that. I'm trying to get back inside the truck. So while I was there, right, when I was looking at the floor, while I was there, I saw some other pieces that was starting to come up too. Excuse me. So I was like, hey, can we just do all the pieces that's starting to come up? Because it just looked, when they drag, they came up, and I said, I don't want to keep putting no wood fill on them. Because, some places they'll do the trailer walk, and if your floors are damaged, they won't load you. Well, a lot of places that I use, that's one of the things that they do. So I need to make sure that the floor is nice and even. It doesn't have any damage on it, don't have no holes. So he's like, yeah, we just go ahead and get everything fixed. I was like, cool. Now, it cost me 2 days to do all this particular stuff though. So today is Thursday, the 5th. I gave it to them on Wednesday, but they really couldn't do nothing on Wednesday because it was raining. So that's why it trickled over to Thursday. And then, so he was doing the majority of all the work today because he really couldn't do nothing yesterday because of all the rain. So he's doing everything today, so it cost me Thursday too. So that's 2 days this week that I wasn't able to run this week. So it kind of sucked. But you got to get it done because I don't want to be going places, spending my fuel, and my trailer get rejected for a reason. So, it's easier for me to just go ahead and just bite the bullet. Now, because I had to bite the bullet on this, I'm only going to make, ooh, you getting so close to that guy window. So close to that guy mirror. I hope you looking. Okay, you made it. Woo, that you were so close. I'm only gonna make $4,000 this week. Not even $4,000. $3,988. So almost $4,000 for the week because I lost 2 days. So, but That's the nature of the beast, as we say. That's the nature of the beast. And because I had losing all that money this week, my company, after all expenses, only made a little bit over $1,000. It's going to make over $1,000 this week after all expenses. So that's after I got my pay and I took out money for my bills that's due at the end of the month each week. I call it my own deductions. By the time I take out all my deductions and I get paid, my bills just only made about $1,000 this week. But nevertheless, I'm still waiting on my full work week, man. Full work week. It's like, okay, this is my 5th week now. I've been had my authority now for a whole month. So I'm on my 5th week and I haven't ran a full week yet. But hopefully, and then even next week, it's not going to be a full week next week, right? Because I'm going out of town for Father's Day. So I'm only just going to be working Monday through Thursday next week. So it still won't be another full week. So I probably want to do about $4,000 that week too. I average $1,000 a day. That's what I try to average, $1,000 a day. So even if I do a weekend load, that weekend load still need to be that $1,000, okay? And that's what I'm trying to do, $1,000 a day. Now, I have never, I ain't gonna say never, I did do over $7,000 before when I was lease purchase. I did 7,600, 7,200, I did 7,400, 7,300. I had some $7,000 weeks, but they was taking out the $1,300 a week for my full maintenance lease that I had, and plus 18% as well of the load. So normally I was averaging about 65 to 68 a week though during my lease purchase part. So I know I still could do that now, but I just haven't had a full week yet. I haven't had a full week. So these 2 weeks that I was able to get out a lot of days, only been averaging about 4,000. But like I say, it haven't been a full week yet. It have not been a full week yet. So, which is cool. It's all right. But I'm gonna be working on my other load. On the load I got picking up tomorrow, it's taking me to Ohio. So I'm taking that load from Florida up to Ohio. So then when I get to Ohio, I'll be working on me some loads. Probably I'll start looking at those on Sunday, looking at loads for next week. But like I said, I'm only working till Thursday. The last load I would pick up on Thursday, and as long as it delivers Friday morning, I'm good. And so that's just gonna be my load Monday through Thursday next week, which probably gonna be, like I said, another $4,000 week. So as a new entry for my trucking authority, okay, everybody talk about loads. I've been using CH Robinson and TQL. I've been using those 2. Those are the ones I've really been using. I used those last week. Okay, I didn't use Landstar once. Twice? One time for sure. I know one time for sure I had used Landstar a load going from Miami to Arcadia, to the Walmart in Arcadia. So I did do a Landstar load that way, but mostly it's just been CH Robinson and TQL. Okay, and like I said before, y'all don't get out here and be listening to these people. Oh, well, this. Well, they don't got no good pen loads. They cheap. You got to use that. Hey, when you get out here, you got to use whatever broker that would take you at the time. That's all you could do. Use. I spent the whole day calling a whole bunch of brokers. Okay, and it is what it is. And then when you are doing some of these other brokers, they all part of this system called Highway, and the other one is Remis. It's the other one. So what happens is when you try to go to that broker, they take you back through the Remis part, and because they already have all your information, they'll click to see if you is approved and you're ready to go with them. right? So you'll get that little click, and that means that it's ready to go. If it doesn't, it says you're not able to sign on with them at this time due to your authority age. It's going to be 90 days, or it's going to be 120 days to tell you how many days. So, but they keep that under your Remis account or under your highway account too. So all the brokers that you plan on being with, what I did was I just went on ahead and just signed up for them. So now what happens is when it hits those days, you'll get an email saying, hey, you are now authorized to book loads with this particular company. So because a lot of them was 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, 9 months, and then some of the other ones is 30 months. So I have to go back and see now if I can start booking with the other loads brokers that I needed 30 days with to be able to book. But right now I don't have no problem getting the money that I need so far from C.H. Robinson and TQL. Now I'm not saying TQL is the best. Everybody talk about TQL. I get it, but I got to run the business. I can't let somebody else's feelings and dealings that they didn't have with other companies and why they don't use the other particular companies and things like that affect me right now, because starting off, I only can use who I can use. Now, once it's the age and I have more options, then I can steer away from brokerage that I think is not doing me right or just not paying right. But this is the pool you got to play with. This is your team. You know, you got to get in the game with the team. These are the players on your team. You got to do the best you can do with the players on your team. You're going to lose some games because your talent is just not there. It's what it is, okay? But you got a season, okay? You got a season. You need more wins than you need losses. You're just trying to make it to the playoffs, baby. That's it. Trying to hold off, and you just trying to make it to the playoffs. Because once you make it to the playoffs, okay, now you can try to go for that championship. And the playoffs is when you then hit like that 6-month period of time, and now you can book with a lot more brokers, and you have a lot more stuff that you can do. So that's what I mean by the playoffs, okay? I'm just trying to make it to the playoffs. And at that time now, I'm going to see where I can go from there. So, all right, y'all take it easy. I'm still waiting. He got 2 more boards to do. He's already cutting them and installing them now. Then after that, I'm going to the truck stop, take it in for the night, and then I pick up this other load at 7 o'clock in the morning, and it is about an hour and 30-minute drive. So I wake up at 6 o'clock to drive there so I can get this load and start headed up towards Ohio. So y'all take it easy. Y'all be blessed out there.